Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a simple breakfast scramble. This is one of those dishes where you use whatever veggies and meats you have in the fridge, and it's kind of a little different every time. If you're new here, I'm Carolina and I live in Montana. I do a lot of food bank hauls, pantry cooking, and canning and preserving on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you'd consider subscribing. I would love to have you a part of my family. There's something about just whipping up a nice, hot, tasty breakfast that just sets the day right. So let's get into it and I'll show you how I make it. I'm going to just be making a breakfast egg scramble. So I have 12 eggs here that I'm just scrambling up. And then over here I have some bread toasting in my skillet. I'm going to get all those pieces nice and toasty before I use the same skillet to cook my eggs. This is just bread with butter and a hot pan. What more do you need? So this is just a dozen eggs. I'm adding just a little bit of half and half. That's what I have available. Milk will also work. Just kind of helps makes the eggs a little more fluffier when you cook them. Look at that nice yellow color of them farm fresh eggs. Looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. And then I have onions that I have pre-cut and diced just in my fridge, and also peppers, some red and some green, that I'm going to add in here for a mixture. Get these swapped. Yeah, I just have these already buttered on a plate, and then I swap them out as they get done. That way I don't have to stop and butter in between slices. I can cook them all at once. I have some of this turkey pastrami. So we're gonna cube some of this up and add it. Yoda, this is not cheese. Get out of here. Not for you. Anytime my cat hears anything plastic, she thinks it's cheese. She's down here pretending to be my best friend. I know, you are my best friend, I know. Let's check. Oh, good. I'm just gonna off of it. Oh, that looks good. You guys ever tried turkey pastrami before? It's one of my favorites. I never really tried it until I worked in a deli, and I would slice it, and I tried it and it was really good. Some people would come get it sliced and put on sandwiches. I can see why. So I'm just gonna rough cube this. This is gonna be one of our proteins in there. And I like all that pepper on the side too. And then we still have a good chunk left. I'm just gonna leave this. I'm not gonna prep that yet. As you can hear, the children are playing quietly in their rooms. Ah. Oh yeah, look at that crunch. And we're just gonna put this in my measuring cup. I made about a cup of meat there, and I'm also going to dice up some small red potatoes. Pretty small dice because I want these to cook fairly quickly. I like to, if it comes apart on you, I like to reassemble it for easier cuttage. So that worked out perfect, the timing where our bread is done. I got my potatoes chopped, my meat prepped, just in time for my skillet to become available. Right now I have it on about a 7 for my gas. I'm gonna take a towel and get some of the crusties out. Good old bacon grease. Yeah, that's what you want to hear. we're gonna let those cook first for a couple minutes, and then we'll add our peppers and onions. And these have a little more color on them. Oh, been cooking for a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the peppers and our onions. This is nice about having these pre-cut. You can just add however much or however little you would like, depending on your family's taste. I like always having those red peppers. It really adds a good pop of color in there. I'm also going to put in the pastrami. Get that in there. And we're going to let that cook for a couple minutes. And I'm going to add some salt. You know, potatoes love salt. If you have anything with potatoes, you got to add some salt. These look pretty good. Oh, potato flew out. Might as well test it for the doneness. Yeah, those taste good. They still have some texture, but they're not like mush. So they taste good, so I'm going to plop a little more bacon grease in there because I'm about to put all my eggs in there. I'm going to try not to have them stick to my pan. Sometimes scrambled eggs just stick. Alright, so I'm just going to pour all my eggs on top of it and let it incorporate and cook all together. Whenever you're doing eggs, you start from the side and kind of make sure you're touching the bottom and pull to the center. This makes a nice fluffy egg versus just like scrambling. It gives you looser pieces. This will give you big fluffy pieces. Just pulling them this way. Pulling them towards the center. And by the time you get around to the side you just did, it'll be cooked and ready to get pulled again. I'm gonna add just a little bit more salt to the eggs. I'm not really gonna add any pepper because that pastrami had a lot of pepper on the outside of it. Right, this point I will turn my heat off. I do not like overcooked eggs, so I will turn it off and then I will add a lid to it to let it finish cooking that way. The kids' plate, I just break up the bread, like bite-sized pieces for them. Scoop of our potato egg mixture. Spread it around. And then topped with some shredded cheese. And that's what they're gonna have. Go, quick, easy meal. You can have this for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, honestly. Throw some gravy on there, some salsa, and you got yourself a nice, delicious meal. And that's what I made for breakfast. I just happened to use whatever I have on hand, whipped it up. It was super good. I really wish I would have made a gravy. I think that would have put it over the top, but I did end up putting some salsa on it, and that was just as good. Or you can never go wrong with some hot sauce, am I right? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time on Mama Baird's.